And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Okay, there are blizzard warnings for the eastern Arctic coast and also for the western Arctic coast up here for tonight and tomorrow. Blizzard warning also for the Seward Peninsula coastal areas there, especially in the Bering Strait coastal zones there, but extending back towards Shishmaref. And a blizzard warning also out for Bristol Bay for the night tonight. And then high wind warnings out for Anchorage for winds gusting to 75 miles an hour, especially during the evening hours tonight. And also a high wind warning out for the Alaska Range there for strong south to southeast winds, especially through the passes, gusting to 75 miles an hour. And a high wind warning for the Klondike Highway for strong winds later tonight and for Sunday. Otherwise, a lot of winter weather advisories here across southern Alaska for snow, blowing snow, strong winds that extend up into the Tanana Valley there and actually up into the southern Koyukuk valleys and out to the southwest coast, including St. Lawrence Island and the remainder of the Seward Peninsula there that's not under the influence of that blizzard warning. And looking at satellite imagery, here's a storm pulling up toward Kodiak Island during the afternoon, mid-afternoon today, and currently Kodiak State Airport reporting southeast winds have kicked up to 55 miles an hour in gusts there, and 65 mile an hour wind gusts occurring in the Barren Islands there as that main front pushes southward and northward. Widespread area precipitation with that, and again, the strongest winds still down to the south. Those will pick up as this low tracks northward tonight. Drier conditions over the northern interior and also drier over the southeast coast today. And cold air continues to plunge southward here across the Bering Sea, Pribilof Islands down into the Aleutians. On the chart today, here's that low center, about mid-afternoon today, approaching Sitkinak, Kodiak Island, that tight pressure gradient associated with it, bringing these strong winds now into the Kodiak Island area, also up into the Barren Islands, Bristol Bay, and kind of a mixture of precipitation through there with the colder air back to the west, dropping snowfall levels down to sea level. So we got snow and blowing snow here from the northwest coast all the way down into the southern Bering Sea, and to a lesser extent over the Aleutians, with rain pushing in toward the Panhandle, or especially along the coast and northern Panhandle. It'll be rapidly spreading eastward tonight, and strong winds developing here over the Copper River Basin as well. And for tonight, that low moves rapidly. You can see currently here, and by about 3 or 4 tomorrow morning, that tracks up almost into the Yukon Flats area there, and winds will be pretty strong as that rolls through tonight, and continuing will become more west-southwesterly for Cook Inlet, where gale warnings are out for Cook Inlet for tomorrow for 40-knot southwest winds with heavy wind and rain pushing across the southeast coast. Cold northerly winds out here over the western interior with those blizzard warnings out for the Bering Strait areas. Snow, blowing snow, southwest interior. Widespread area of snow, a little bit more intermittent here over the Tanana Valley as that due to the downsloping off the Alaska Range areas. And pretty brisk winds now for the western Arctic coast there, keeping the blizzard going there, and also for the eastern Arctic coast. And snow showers out over the central Aleutians. Looking ahead to tomorrow, that low kind of stalls out up here and really weakens over the Yukon Flats. Another low develops right through here and moves into Bristol Bay. So that'll keep, winds will be lighter most areas, winds coming down across south central Alaska tomorrow afternoon, and not too bad up here over the interior, as you can see, with less surface gradient, but still pretty brisk northerlies here along the west coast, eastern Bering Sea. And dries out over the Panhandle with the rain changing to showers and maybe some clearing over the southern southeast coast. Showers for the North Gulf Coast. Basically dry here for the central and, well, for the Copper River Basin on up into the 40-mile country, but a widespread area of snow covering the just about remainder of interior Alaska from the Arctic coast, again, all the way down into Kodiak Island to the Alaska Peninsula. And then the outlook for Monday, higher pressure developing here along the west coast, light winds, maybe some sunshine here, Seward Peninsula, southward into Bristol, Togiak Bay areas. Lots of snow showers, colder temperatures pushing in to south central Alaska and the central interior here with those northerly winds. A couple of troughs enhancing the snow showers as they drop down from the north. Stronger when they're bringing some more snow into the central and western Arctic coast. And another front brings another round of rain into the panhandle, but winds won't be as strong as the one that's moving in there tonight and tomorrow morning. And same goes for the North Gulf Coast as well. Then a front bringing precipitation back into the central Aleutians, pushing it in toward the Pribilof Islands late in the day. Yet another system, warm front there, pushing rain in toward the far western Aleutians late Monday afternoon, more likely moving into that area Monday evening. Low temperatures tonight from the North Slope, 0 to 10 above here, but 0 to 10 below for the Seward Peninsula, St. Lawrence Island areas, and 5 to 10 for the Yukon Delta. Teens for the Pribilofs, 30s for the Aleutians, and mostly in the 20s here across the interior. Lower 30s, south central Alaska. Mid 30s to near 40 for the southeast coast. And highs tomorrow, 40s to near 50 for the Panhandle, and rather mild with 40 to 45 for the highs from Fairbanks eastward to Eagle down to North Wyandotte. Near 40 or into the lower 40s for the Cup River Basin, south central Alaska to Kodiak Island. Cooler as you head west, get into the lower teens for the highs tomorrow along the southwest coast, barely above 0 for St. Lawrence Island, barely reaching 20 for the Pribilof Islands. And then for the lows, definitely colder here in the west with colder high pressure moving in, anywhere from 5 to 15 below for the Seward Peninsula, St. Lawrence Island, and down to about 7 for Dillingham for the low, moving over toward Kenai, more like 27. About 19 or 20 for the Fairbanks area, and in the 30s for the southeast coast. And then the highs, Monday afternoon, again showing quite a contrast from east to west here with warmer temperatures. Mid to upper 30s there in the east, and quite cold back in the west, staying below 0 here, western Arctic coast down into Kotzebue Sound and Buckland over to Shishmaref. About 10 above, or single numbers actually, here for the western and southwest interior. Upper 20s for the Pribilofs, lower 40s central Aleutians, near freezing for Kodiak Island, and in the 40s for the southeast coast.